Today I'm going to speak to you about what I am passionate about. It truly is how God sees us. We look in the mirror and we see such a disconnect between us and the mirror, and we berate and tell ourselves things. I am guilty of it. I used to call myself ugly. I used to call myself a fat cow. Pig, you name it, grubby, every kind of things. And what the enemy told me that I was supposed to be worried about truly has become my passion about freedom from that. And we can find freedom in it, but it truly is in the staying. Like, you don't just deal with it one and done. It's something that you have to take this thought of when you look in the mirror, when you look at yourself, it's like, yeah, you kind of have to take this and look. You think of somebody that like totally adores you. If you can think of somebody in the physical realm, the earthly realm, and how much they adore you, whether it's your kids, whether it's your husband, and then I want you to magnify that. Magnify that of how much these people love you. Like right now I'm thinking there's some people that, I'm trying not to get emotional here, that think the world of me. But that goes further. And what I am passionate about is watching people see what God has put in them, that their God-given identity. We are born speaking His name. When we breathe, I'm speaking Jesus, Yahweh. He's already inside of you. And I want to read some excerpts from things that I've written. And it's called Defined Identity. And it says, where are you going to grow? Where are you going to exit to grow in your authentic identity? And it's not an identity that you build up. It's your truth, your identity truth. And there's only one truth. There's only one truth. And that's God. It's Jesus. It's God truth. He is the one that has given us defined identity. We worry so much about what people think about us. We worry about our looks and how people perceive us. And we let others define us. I like it when people like, oh, I have pleased people way too much. I have pleased people way too much. And I am out there, like, here's in one of my fitness classes that I teach, I used these illustrations. Now, I used to be this. And this is fine. You know, a little bird. Does not, like, mess, just kind of sits on the sidelines, doesn't make a wave. But this is gentle, and we can be gentle. But when it comes to what you're passionate about, I have come to find out that I am this buffalo. And I can come on strong and bold, and I am resilient, and I can be unleashed in my faith, because that is the identity that God has given me. And He's given me identity through a ministry that has opened my eyes, and people that have truly told me, like, what the devil tells you is, they're lies. You are worthy. You're not unworthy. You're lovely. You're not unlovely. You're not a mistake. You're not a disappointment. You are not what you feel. You are not a victim. You have the authority that God has given to you. And they mine that for me. They tell me, Carla, mine for your gold. Mine your gold. Where is the gold? What do you see? And say what is true. Because if it comes back like you're questioning, that is not of God. If He's telling you something, if something is telling you something that, I feel that shame. I feel that, like it gets stuck down. It is not you. The devil wants you to keep hitting a wall. You're hitting a wall and nothing is getting through. And he wants us blinded. He wants us to go through life blinded and angry and feeling that pain. He wants us to feel pain, and he wants us to lash out at every person that does not agree with us. Am I right? When we come and like there is no peace. And it gets, when we get that way in our identity, it gets into our bloodstream. It gets into our bloodstream, and like that's the first reaction of our identity is to you have to muscle up, but you're muscling up because you're taking it. That is not what he wants you to do. He wants you to take breath. So, right now, we're going to take some breaths. And when you feel that in your body and you want to identify that as, I'm going to feel it, I'm going to do it. Someone harmed me, someone spoke to me, and you want revenge. Like the saying, karma's gonna get you. No. You get what you put out. You get what you put out. So if you're angry, you're going to get angry back. If you bring peace and you calm yourself, you're going to be calm. So we're going to take some breaths. I'm going to take a deep breath from your belly. And then we're going to do it again. Take a deep breath. Fill up. Fill it up. And audibly sigh. I'm going to take another one. And that's going to shift. And it's not just me, it's proven in studies that once you take, and it's a 90-second breath. So you take 9 breaths. 9 breaths. If you have something that you're struggling with, take a breath. And in that, during your day, we sit so much. We sit so much. Like I'm sitting right now. But it's taking our time out. And moving a little bit. Walking around. We were made to move our bodies. God has defined us in a way that we were made to move. And in Jesus's time, did he have like a fitness class? No. What did Jesus do when he moved? Did he do burpees? How did he get around? He walked. He walked. And I don't want the enemy to dull your senses and dull your identity. And I don't want any words that stab you. Like here. The words that stab you with a sharp blade, don't let them pierce your heart and get into your bloodstream. And don't let pride ride in and let the words that people say puff you up. Whether they're good or bad words. Puff you up in a, I'm gonna get my revenge, or the puff of pride. And don't let it burst and leave a distaste in your mouth. Leave a distaste in your mouth that you don't even see it. Or let it leave a mark on other people. Because we, in our identity, when we get that way, we can transform our energy or transfer our energy. So we can transform it to a positive, or we can transfer it. We can transfer the negative energy and pollute everybody else's air. Like, think of it as total smog. The energy of your identity that you're taking. Are you taking it? I'm just going to have a black cloud over me. Don't let it do that. And it says in Ephesians 2:10, for we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which Christ has prepared in advance for us to do. He has prepared us. And he wants us to draw in with the faith. A faith that was made to move. A faith that was made to move. And it says in 2 Corinthians 4:8-9 that we are pressed on every side. That means we are going to have tension and things are going to pull us side to side. On every side with troubles. But we are not crushed. The devil is not going to crush us. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. And we're not drowned with disappointment in ourselves. We are not going to be struck down and look at ourselves as a disappointment. We are hunted down, but never abandoned. We get knocked down, but are not destroyed. Because God has us. And if you don't think that God has us, I would love to show you. I'd love to tell you how God can change you from the chains that you hold and you decide that this is the chains that I'm going to take. I'm going to carry these forever. God wants to whack them off and say, no, child, I've defined your identity as free. I have defined your identity as free. Defined you. And here, what the deer says, I want you to be as strong as the deer, sure-footed. In my area that I lived in, I saw so many deer, so majestic. But in the bumps in our yard that I stumbled over, they were with craven fear. The enemy wanted me to crave that fear and keep me shrunk back. He was building my flex your brave muscle. I just didn't understand it. And it wasn't until I encountered Jesus. It wasn't until I encountered the one who truly made me and saw me that I knew my freedom identity as a flex your brave, tenacious warrior athlete. I never thought I would say that. That has taught me in my true identity, coming forth and being free. And it says in Hebrews 10:39, we are not ones that shrink back. We are not ones that shrink back and are destroyed. Because we have the true God that has brought us out of our Egypt. He has taken us out and he is exiting us out. He's bringing a red carpet to us. And it's our choice to choose that red carpet. And then as we go to that red carpet, when he comes inside of us, then we have the choice to leave a gold carpet behind us. And are we going to sprinkle that gold for people to see? And then when we bring that gold and we shine and we sprinkle and water that, what happens when light reflects the water? When the gold reflects the water, what happens? God's promises come and it makes a rainbow. God has given us a promise in our identity, and we have the choice to take it. And in Hebrews 10:35, it tells us that we have the confidence to do it. And on my plaque, it says, be uniquely you, authentic, or flexing your brave, audaciously courageous, into becoming a tenacious warrior and unleashing your Jesus rebel and throwing that confidence. So, and we are called in Isaiah 61:3 that they will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord's display of his splendor. I'm going to leave you with these last words. The world tries to tell us who we are or confuse us, but we cling to our identity. And that was a quote. I'm not sure who it was by, but, and here's another one. It says, what we do with our bodies, through our bodies, is the outer working of our identity as beloved children of God. And that's another quote that I have to come back and leave who wrote or who said it. But, and then another one is that we are influencers and not the influenced. And I want us to think about being influenced with God. We are influenced. We are influencers for God. And I don't want us to be influenced by the devil or become dull or desensitized and let the devil seep in to our bloodstream. So, take another deep breath. Dear Lord, I just come and I just want you to be with these people that are questioning, Lord, that can't see their bodies, can't see their identity as good. Lord, that you would prepare their hearts to open their heart layer by layer. And then if it is truly dark, Lord, would you shine a little bit of light that they're curious enough to open that. Open another layer for you to start working. I bless their day whenever they see this, that you will provide, that you will be in their place, their dry place, their wonderings, and their questions, Lord, that they will come and seek you. And if they have somebody that they can reach out to me. Leave it in the comments. Let us be the light to them. Let us show the love, because you are the lover of our souls. You have come to show us love and comfort. Let us have our arms open wide to you, to show and shine your radiant light of walking and walking with you